Wi-Fi, right?
This is my phone and I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Cool.
We're live? Are we live right now?
How will we know if we're really live, though?
We're like 1 minute late to our... Is this our first Instagram Live experience?
Maybe.
I think this is our first Instagram Live experience.
We nailed it already.
We had some technical difficulties. We have many pages of notes, and it's Tegan and Sara. So we're so thrilled to be here doing our first... We'll just say it's our first Instagram Live, because if it isn't, obviously it wasn't memorable. We're really excited. Today is a really special day. As a lot of you know, we are taking a lot of this year and next year off to focus on some other projects and things that we're really excited about. Some of them are creative, some are related to our foundation, but some are just quite plainly and simply us amplifying work and people and artists and organizations we really believe in. And this is kind of like a combination of all of that. We have a dear friend whose name is Vivek Shraya. She's been in our life for a really long time. She's a musician, she's a writer, she's an activist, she's a member of the Tegan and Sara Foundation board, and she has a new book coming out. And we wrote the foreword. I wrote the foreword. Well, not the foreword, a blurb. My name's on the cover, but I have to share it with Sara. But other than that, we're not that involved in the book. But even because of that, Vivek had this really wonderful idea, and Sara's going to tell you about it right now, and then we're going to invite Vivek to join us in this Instagram Live. But you're going to...
I had an idea?
No, Vivek had an amazing idea, and you're going to tell everyone about it.
Okay, I was like, the only idea I have is to follow up this book with a book called I'm Afraid of Tegan. And I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be a big hit. No, okay, so Vivek wanted to do a live Instagram chat, and part of what is exciting about the next couple of days with the pre-order is that Penguin Canada is going to generously donate $2 from every pre-order to the Tegan and Sara Foundation, and Vivek is going to match that with $1. Well, a loonie for the Canadians. For Americans, that's basically it's not Canadian Tire money, but it is money with an animal on it. Okay, so this is the book. It's beautiful.
That's exactly how it's written on the script, you guys.
Yeah, it's exactly it. Okay, so we're gonna, if we can find Vivek and we can get her into this thing, you see nothing, and now someone's knocking at the door.
So you just continue talking about the book. I'm going to see who's at the door.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
be right
back.
back. Vivek.
That would be amazing.
I love this book. I'm going to read aloud now. Just kidding. I'm not going to read aloud.
No, Tegan's gonna deal with this. This is IRL, you guys. This is IRL. Okay, we can't seem to figure out how to connect with Vivek. Tegan's gonna go.
It's my first Instagram Live, but you know what? I'm really, really exceptional at technology.
Yeah. I have this idea. This is a great time for me to talk about one of my ideas.
Oh, great.
Which is, it's sort of like an Uber application, but it's called Find a Teen. Now, I know that has some problematic, has potentially some problematic consequences, but I do think that right now, if I were to be able to employ that app, a teenager could come over to this room and help us figure out how to get Vivek into this chat. I don't think an adult can do it. Definitely the person checking the minibar cannot do it. But a teen could probably do it. Probably a preteen, but Find a Preteen does sound problematic as well. Technology! Guys, I think I could probably have a show. I could probably have some kind of one-man show where I just do bits like this.
Vivek, if you're watching, you need to maybe request. Okay, here, let's see. A lot of people want to go live.
Yeah, a lot of people probably want to fill in for Vivek right now, but we need to talk to Vivek. She is the only person that we can speak with. There are two grown adults. Between them, they have 69 years of experience. Between the two people holding the phone right now. 69 years of experience. Not with technology, with certain types of technology, but not necessarily with Instagram technology. Now someone else is looking at another phone.
A lot of people are requesting to be included in the video. Unfortunately, the one person that we need to be included in the video, well, there's just a lot of people requesting, so please stop requesting and let Vivek do it. Let's see.
Let me tell you a little bit about Vivek. It is a slim book, and I do read that. And I was absolutely captivated. By it. It is very sophisticated, it is very challenging, it is very timely, provocative work. And I'm not just saying those words because they're the words that are the kind of words that make it. reading for everyone. It's actually on the cover of the book. I'm thinking to myself that right now Vivek and Penguin in Canada are thinking this was a good idea until it actually happened, and now we might be ruining the book.
Well, now we could give some really great feedback to Instagram about the live. Everyone's saying that the mic's covered, but guys, the mic isn't covered. Can you guys not hear us? Are we having like double fail here? It's interesting though, because it does say that Vivek is trying to go live with us. Now. Okay, now she is. So, okay.
Add her.
Add. I know. I don't care. Who cares? Don't. Is it still muffled? Oh, now it's clear. I'm not on the Wi-Fi's, so it might just be bad cell service.
There she is.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't figure it out. I kept like putting in comments and yeah.
Wait, so it was your fault?
I was trying. It wasn't working.
I know. You know what's funny is you know what, Vivek? I think it was a combination because a lot of people were joining the chat, which is so adorable.
So cute.
We found you. Okay, so we're here. Let's do this. You're so amazing. This book is so exceptional, just like you. And it was incredible that you asked 48 hours during your pre-order and donate $1 to the book, and you're going to donate $1. That's incredible. Like, we just thank you so much. The Tegan and Sara Foundation thanks you. We've been filling air for a while now. Do you have anything that you'd like to say?
Sorry, it froze. I thought we were going to talk about this today. No, we're not talking about this today?
What's that now?
I thought we were talking about this today.
We can't see.
We can't see you.
Oh.
Hold on. She's also tell us 10th anniversary. That's really funny. You know, one of the things that I don't know if you feel this, Vivek, but when we do like live things on other social media platforms, and this is that it's possible to hold up a book and chat, be calls at the same time. So we've got a volunteer holding up the phone, so we can hear you sort of, but can't see you.
Okay.
Just would have noted that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm really thrilled to
Download about this later. Like, I think we're gonna need to really like WhatsApp a lot.
We're going to need to process this. Yeah, so I'm really thrilled to support the foundation with this book. Like I sort of been saying online, you know, writing a book that's like, I'm afraid of men, you know, I think it's great and it's important, but I really wanted to tie it to an action. And what better action than supporting LGBTQ women and girls, you know, who are often the group of people that are most impacted by violence from men.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about the book? Because we're so frantic trying to get on the Instagram Live, and then they came to assess the bars. We have really got to the work.
So I wrote a song called I'm Afraid of Men a year ago, and it was on an album called Part-Time Woman. And since then, I'm sure you've had this experience where you've written a song and then it's sort of grown into like other ideas or other projects. And so this sort of like grew into a broader conversation about my experience with masculinity as someone who was, you know, pushed into who first of all encountered a lot of like homophobia and genderphobia in Edmonton, our nemesis city now. As someone who experienced a lot of homophobia and genderphobia in Edmonton. And I mean, the interesting thing too is like so much of it was being called gay or fag, which is about sexuality, but really people didn't know what my sexuality was. A lot of it was about my gender, the fact that I wasn't acting the way a traditional boy in North America is supposed to act. And the impact of that experience over and over again sort of like made me submit to masculinity. And like, you know, I don't know if you remember in the 20s when I was like, not in the 20s, but in our 20s, when I was like sporting, where I was sporting like a beard and like, you know, I was having my chicken breasts and like, you know, had my muscles. Not that those are things that are specifically tied to masculinity, but it was me really trying to adopt masculinity for safety and to assimilate. And then now as a person that came out as a trans girl 2 years ago, I feel like I'm circling back to the conversation around masculinity, especially when I think again about my safety as a trans woman of color.
I mean, I think that's so profound and incredible, and it's very you to put your experience down on. I think this book is going to help a lot of people and also inform a lot of people and start a conversation for a lot of people. And I think that that's really incredible. It's why we agreed to do this, why we want to be a part of this with you, is because even though it's not a substantial book, there's a substantial message inside, and I think it's really amazing that you decided to share it with people, including us. I'm wondering, so the book itself comes out on August 8th, but the pre-order, which is going on now and the next 48 hours, kind of Tegan and Sara Foundation. Once the book itself comes out, will you be touring? Tell us a little more about how you're going to support the book.
Yeah, I mean, first, I feel like it's important for me to acknowledge that, like, you know, me having the courage and the determination to write about my experience and my story is largely inspired by both of you and your visibility, which again is like one of the reasons why I really wanted to tie this book back to you, because to your work, because I feel like I, as a queer person who grew up in the like 90s without a lot of queer visibility, really looked up and continue to look up to both of you. So first, thank you. And then, and thanks for doing this. And then, yes, I will be doing a lot of touring in the fall with the book, doing a bunch of festivals, and yeah, you know, feel free to follow me on Vivek Shraya at Vivek Shraya, or go to vivekshraya.com to see all the upcoming dates.
So cool. Well, we are extremely proud of you. We tell you this often, pretty much just an alarm and tell you it hourly, because we love you and are inspired by all the things that you do. Your music, your writing, your activism, your transparency. Yeah, you are someone that inspires us, and we love you and adore you. And thank you so much for including us in this amazing project. And we are excited to continue to see what you do and where you go next.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for taking the time
Also,
today.
really excited to get on WhatsApp, like I said earlier, and talk about our first Instagram Live with you.
I love you both so much, and you both look really good right now.
Thank you. You look really good when I peek on the phone as well.
Okay, let's talk about the So Jealous book next time.
Yeah, let's talk about So Jealous book next time. And again, thank you so much. And I just want to remind everybody that this book comes out on August 28th, and it's really, really tremendous. I got
even the back is amazing.
Yes, and I got to read an early copy and contribute this blurb, which I'm sharing on the cover of Sara. But just so you know, I really truly do believe this is required reading for everyone, and that you'll love it. So please check out the book. And Vivek, thank you so much, and to Penguin as well. Thank you so much for the generosity and for all of you for watching. Thank you for experiencing our first Instagram Live with us. We love all of you. Vivek, we love you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye. I love you.
Now you have to save at the top.